Hello, Swan River Golf Club membership. I'm here with Jesse in my office. We're doing our weekly update to the membership. As you can see, a recent article pulled up on clubs operating in a COVID world. A lot of information out there on how clubs are operating with the virus going on and the pandemic. Just last week, since we last reported, in New Jersey, the confirmed cases were up 21,387 for a total of 68,824 in the state. And unfortunately, the deaths went up 1,652 in the week and now totaling 3,156 deaths in the state of New Jersey alone. Everything you hear on the radio and the news, on TV, that the curve is flattening and that the lockdown orders and the stay-at-home orders are the reason why. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but we're trying to get through this as best as we can. All essential workers are to be provided a face mask while they're working, and we have made those provisions for our employees. We have some sad news. A longtime member, Mr. Edward Greg Nano, passed away this week. He was just a super guy. When I started 20 years ago, he was one of the first members to come up to me and welcome me here to the club. Always respectful and just a super person. He worked for Seagram's Liquor Company for many years, and on the big guy golf tournaments and back then the cigar opens, he always brought a Crown Royal bag with some Crown Royal in it for all the participants. And I've held on to this bag for, got to be close to the 20 years. And every time I look at this bag, I always think of Mr. Greg Nano, and I always will. So our condolences go out to he and his family, the Crowley family and the Greg Nano family. And just going through some archives, this was a big guy golf or cigar open tournament back in the day with all his friends. And then we have Mr. Maroney and Jack Livingston. They were giving Jack a plaque to honor Livingston Square, which is the area right outside the bag room back in the day. Mr. Greg Nano always had a great sense of humor and made people laugh. And this was his blessing of the whiskey that he called it back then. This is hanging down in the men's locker room. Just a great picture. And one of my favorites here with Dr. O'Grady and Mr. Pat Maroney out on the golf course. Mr. Greg Nano, always smiling, always happy, and that will be sorely missed here at the club. So rest in peace, and again, condolences to their whole family. Update out on the golf course. Matt spoke to you briefly. There are a lot of things going on out there. It's been a busy week, especially with the heavy rains. We're continuing our fertilization program, working on our waste areas. A lot of those got washed out with those heavy rains, so we're putting more sand in and re-raking them, and the cart paths as well. A lot of our divots, we had all the divots filled on the whole golf course, and the rains washed out a lot of the divot mix, so they've all been refilled. The sodding of hot spots, browned areas on the golf course has finished finally, and bunker raking, that's being done on a weekly basis. The bunker sand needs to be fluffed up and cleaned and raked to keep the debris out, as well as weeds and things from infiltrating the bunkers. So that is ongoing. The 2020 golf season here at the club is basically to be determined. We keep looking at our marquee events, the Bristol and the Riddle. The golf committee has been meeting online, discussing some remedies for these events. Do we cancel them? Do we push them to the end of the year? And unfortunately, that is yet to be determined. We still don't know when the golf course will be reopened. And once that happens, then we can reschedule a lot of the events. And on that statement, I just got yesterday some information from New Jersey Golf Owners Association. They are petitioning Governor Murphy with a second letter in conjunction, the New Jersey Golf Owners Association, the New Jersey PGA, the New Jersey Golf Course Superintendents, New Jersey Club Managers, and the New Jersey State Golf Association are all sending letters to the governor basically saying that golf, number one, is a non-contact sport, meaning it can be played alone or with a maximum of 3 other participants. Second, the golfers are outside on a large open piece of land and can be required to maintain social distancing far greater than the recommended 6 feet. Third, some of the other proposed guidelines would include allowing golfers to walk, or if riding, 1 golfer per cart. Unless 2 golfers are from the same family, then they could use 1 golf cart together. The flags must remain in the cups. Rakes and ball washers must be removed or covered, so no golfer would touch them or only being touching their own equipment. They're recommending any food and beverage operations for the initial period of time be limited to takeout service. And they're stating that they're convinced that golf courses can provide the residents of New Jersey a very safe and healthy environment while at the same time provide physical and mental well-being that we all need at this time. In addition, allowing golf courses to reopen under these restrictive guidelines will allow thousands of New Jersey residents who are employed in the golf industry to get back to work, which will help the New Jersey economy. These requests are going to the governor that golf be resumed, preferably on or before May 1st, 2020. The association feels strongly that golf should be the first outdoor sporting activity that is allowed to reopen for the many valid reasons explained in this letter. So there is a movement to petition the governor to open, and then it goes on, and it also provided a list of other guidelines at clubs, such as ensuring restrooms are frequently clean, posting signage in compliance of CDC regulations, having staff wear protective gloves, and a bunch of other criteria that would be easily accomplished if this were to be approved. So we'll see what happens with this. I did not watch the governor's update today. This is not scheduled to go to him until Friday. We're filming this on Thursday. You're viewing it Friday. So actually the day you're viewing this, these letters will be going to the governor. And then I would assume he'll need some time to respond to that. Our Club Essential program is continuing very well and very busy at the front door with Ryan delivering the items. We have brought some new items into the mix, trying to provide the membership with some variety. For instance, we switched out the salmon and brought scallops in. We have green beans, cookies, pork chops, and we'll continue to try to rotate these items to provide the membership with some variety. We are averaging about 50 pickups a day, and last Friday alone, for the holidays of Easter and Passover, we had 130 pickups here at the day. Some new things in the works are a steak dinner for 2. That would be picked up on Friday, May the 1st. A nice evening for 2 people to enjoy a Maurice is putting Blue Point oysters, colossal poached shrimp cocktail, a salad of tomatoes, red onion, and burrata, and then a 38-ounce dry-aged Black Angus porterhouse steak with our MRGC steak sauce, cream spinach, potatoes au gratin, and pot de creme. He'll also provide cooking instructions for the steak. We can't cook them here because we don't know the temperature that everyone would like, so that's the part that would be done on your own. Secondly, Mother's Day packages are on the works right now. We're going to again offer dinner packages for probably approximately 8 people. The Chateaubriand will be offered again, a roast chicken package, and a rack of pork package. These will be picked up on that Friday before Mother's Day in an effort to honor Mom and have her not cooking over the stove all day. And the third thing in the works right now are some virtual wine dinners. We're partnering with some of our wine purveyors who will come into a Zoom chat atmosphere on Zoom with a limited number of MRGC members. You will pick up those foods here at approximately 4 o'clock for a 6 or 7 o'clock wine dinner. I forget the exact time it starts. And you'll go in, log in on Zoom. They'll speak to you about the wines, why they pair with the foods we've prepared, and we can have fun in a limited basis with a Zoom full screen, seeing your friends and fellow members here enjoying the wines and food with you at the same time. Big congratulations to Jill and Chris Dimmick. As you all know, Grayson John Dimmick was born Tuesday, April 14th at 10:59 p.m. He is a healthy, happy, beautiful baby boy, 8 pounds, 15 ounces, 20.5 inches long, and mom and baby are doing well. I talked to Chris this morning, and he's just ecstatic to be a new dad, as he should be, and we're very excited for them. And as a reminder, I mentioned last week, I thought Kate McPherson, Sean's wife, might beat Jill to the punch, but in fact, Kate did not. And if Kate does not deliver over this coming weekend, she'll be induced on Tuesday. So we'll have another family member here at MRGC added to our family. I have a quote that I often use here at the club by Napoleon Hill that says, "Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." Kind of hard to think on those lines right now with everything going on that something of equal or greater benefit will come out of this coronavirus. However, there have been some good things happening here at the club. On a technological forefront, the Log Me In app and the Zoom app. I was unaware of these before that. Many of our employees were unaware of these apps that were available out there, and now our administrative staff can work from home via the Log Me In app, get right into their computers here at the club and work on a steady basis from their homes. And then Zoom, we've been having meetings for the club on Zoom we had an executive committee meeting last week. We have another one coming up on Tuesday, and our next board meeting the end of this month will be on the Zoom app. Works very well, and all new things to us here at the club, which also provides a benefit down the road should a board member be out of state and we have a board meeting, they could participate via Zoom. Some people, again, using their time wisely. Many of you know Danny Burns here at the club. She bartends, she runs our catering events, and just an all-around person, great person here. She took it upon herself to learn how to sew, and she brought every employee here that's working a mask, as we all need to wear them. That was very nice of her, using her good time for a good purpose, and a little note on how to maintain the mask and clean it, and just a super girl, super person to do that for all the employees here at the club. So I will leave you today on a note that we're living in the here and now. A lot of this we can't change. We just have to learn how to deal with it and live with it. And Jessica has prepared a very nice video for you following my little brief today here. And I hope you enjoy that. Until next week, stay safe. God bless, and God bless all our healthcare workers and first responders on a daily basis. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Seen the skyline of New York City, fireflies in Tennessee. Sipped a little shine from a paper sack that'll knock the horns off a Cadillac. I must have sat on a dozen islands, watched the sun sink into the sea. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and hat, but my favorite place to be is here and now. Nowhere else in this world tonight. You and me, ain't it good to be alive? Ain't no better place, ain't no better time than here and now. Everybody's waiting, but they're waiting on what? Better get to living, cause all we got is here and now. Think I fell in love for the first time with the Gulf of Mexico. Thought I found a true love in Malibu, but that water was a little too cold. Yeah, I left a few tears in the rear view, one or two that were hard to forget. Why you think we call the present? Cause there ain't no better gift than here and now. Nowhere else in this world tonight. You and me ain't ain't good to be alive. Ain't no better place, ain't no better time than here and now. Everybody's waiting, but they're waiting on what? Better get to living, cause all we got is here and now. People dreaming about a one-day Sundays, waiting just around the bend. I used to be one wondering when they come, but now I'm living in. Yeah, I'm living in the here and now. Nowhere else in this world tonight. You and me, ain't it good to be alive? Ain't no better place, ain't no better time than here and now. Everybody's waiting, but they're waiting on what? Better get to living, cause all we got is